What do you do? What it is, what it was. This is your boy Pocho1 of the Pocho Live podcast. Today, we got Swifty Blue. My thoughts on Swifty Blue. Did he apologize to the Northerners? Does it matter? And why? What, when, and why? This place is where we add value to the culture. We also counter narratives that are unhealthy to the culture. So what's going on right now is Swifty Blue went on live and basically, gave his opinion on all the latest things from, saying that Lady Pinks is out of line with Jenny 6ix9ine to keeping it cool and apologizing to Crazy Hood Media. I think they don't like me because I got into it with the hater world, even though me and the hater world are kind of cool now. Then he went on to apologize to any Northerners he might have offended. Of course, he got into it with Compa Raider and some of the other people that he doesn't get along with, some fool from Arizona, I forgot his name. I think he hates on me too, but he's irrelevant right now. But the main thing is, did Swifty apologize to Northerners? Does it matter? For me, I just want to say one thing is I'm just speaking as me, as a podcaster, as an artist, as a cultural critic, not as a gang member or anything like that. I want to be very clear. But as we come along in this journey, people, we all are learning and growing. And just like anybody, when they first come out, we all get a little pumped up. Swifty pumped out his chest. The first ever image I ever saw of Swifty Blue before I met, knowing him, was him with his blue rag coming down when he was helping the street vendors, saying, hey, there ain't going to be no problems with the street vendors. Then he would go on to have people check in, which I thought was great. It was hilarious. People took it so serious and got so offended. I'm always surprised at how people get so offended. In the end, if you don't like Swifty, turn the page. You know what I mean? He can't be that big of a threat to you, to your ego. Swifty went on into, apologize, and I think apologize is one of the hallmarks of being a man, actually, that you can apologize. There's been a lot of narratives now, like saying that he's making the double S look bad. No, in my opinion, he's making the double S look good. He's making it look mature. He's making it, and I don't even think it has to necessarily do with the double S. I think the hater world recently did a whole, shout out to the hater world. I'm not here. I told him that I'm not gonna speak. Just last time I kind of came out like emotional and all, with my chest pumped out, kind of like how Swifty first came out. But as you grow and you learn this game and you know what's important, you start to find out what's important, you start to calm down, and that's what Swifty's doing. He's calming down. Now the hater world he put me in the picture, the default picture or whatever, with gold toes, and he basically said that Swifty Blue is gold toes, which is just not true. I think it's a real easy, kind of lazy narrative to put out. Basically, in the haters world, like the Southsiders can't do no wrong. It's kind of like Trumpers. They can't do no wrong, and they're always right, and they always like show how bad the enemy is, and the big bad North, and we treated like Little Rob and all these other people. But you got to understand, there's a difference up north. Up north, there's people that look like Little Rob that come in and attack people. You don't understand that because you don't live up here. You don't know anything about up north, but you speak on it, which is always funny to me. But it's all good. In the end, it's content, right? Some of the things that he was saying is that, like, the Southerners go up there and they get hurt and beat up and poor them, but the Southerners come down south, or when the Northerners come down, we show them with hospitality and we're so good to them. And I just feel like you're reaching, bro. You're reaching if you think it's just one way. It's been both ways all the time. People have been making things make sense. It's about making things make sense. If you come up north and you don't check in with nobody, you don't have nobody to back you up, and you're looking like somebody that might be an enemy to people, you might get pressed. Same happens down south. Things like that happen if you don't check in with the right people. Luckily, I've worked and been around the right people, and I've never had an issue. Swifty has a right to change his mind, people, and he has it. And I don't think he was apologizing like in a punk way. He was apologizing like a G, like just being like, hey, if I offended anybody, my bad, just keep it pushing, you feel me? And, for the hater world to keep throwing darts at gold toes, I just think it's kind of funny. But before I used to get emotionally attached to it, but now I understand the hater world is doing what he has a role to play on the internet, and he's playing it, and he's playing it well. So shout out to him. Go follow, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that stuff for him. I subscribe to him. I won't deny it. I like how consistent he is. But he's throwing out narratives that are unhealthy for our people when it comes to that, I just don't think it's true. I feel like if you guys came up north with respect, like we come down south, you would be fine. But if you come up here with nobody, you never know what's gonna happen. It could just be a random person. There's also all kinds of people in Northern California that can just hate, just because they're hating, just like anybody, like random party drinking. You know what I mean? It's important that we support artists when they want to change their mind, especially when they're changing their mind for the good, when they're changing their mind to better our community, to unite our people, to not hurt our people. And I think that's kind of one of our problems, is that we know that the internet, is like now that I started making money, I get it. I get how you get addicted to that, views. but the views are not worth it if it's gonna hurt your people. And I just want everybody to think about that when they make content. Why am I making content, and who is it gonna benefit? If it only benefits you, in the end you probably won't last. But I believe in Swifty. I'm proud of what he did. I don't think it's a punk move. I think it's a G move. I can't wait to see what he has to offer the world, you know? Shout out to my boy Swifty. And I just want to reiterate, me being, I feel like what I bring to the table is authenticity. Truly showing you my emotions in the moment and how I can change my mind and shift my thoughts and perceptions. And that's what Swifty's doing. He's not only a dope artist, I literally listen to his music when I'm at work or the gym, but he's also somebody that's adding value to the culture and showing you being vulnerable, not scared to be himself. Other bloggers, they just kind of show a piece of them, but Swifty's showing all of them. If you don't know who Swifty Blue is, he's from Paramount, California in Los Angeles, and he's up and coming, or one of the ones. The hater world said he was the face of the double S. I give him respects for giving him that. I don't even know if I'd say that, but I would say that he's one of the guys, and he's making the right move. Nobody's bigger than the program, not even me. Even if you're a civilian, you gotta show respect if you're making any kind of money off your experience on the streets, regardless. That street experience is a shared experience. So you can't just say it's my story, it's our story, and we all have a right to it. And that's what the program basically is saying, you know, like the streets is for everybody, and so you have to have, so there has to be rules and boundaries and regulations, or it'll be chaos. And so Swifty is just getting back in line, just like I got back in line when we both kind of jumped up and kind of put our chest out, like who are, you know? Because in the end, it's a trip to have strangers really passionate about hating on you. What a trip, right? But this is the world we live in. And lastly, please, everybody, I don't know what it is Goto goes down to. Los Angeles, everywhere, Houston, all over the world, and gets love. So if anybody's hating on Gotos, you hating on yourself, brother. The one thing, I wouldn't go against Gotos. Gotos always wins. We know this, that's why he's still here, but it's because he wins because he's a professional. Like he says, always be nice. He's above all this, that's why he doesn't even comment, but I'm not, you know, I'm here. I just like to defend him, you know, but it's not because, you feel me, it's like I'm trying to get, you know, it's because he's my friend, I respect him, and I think he's good for our people. But at the same time, I'm not hating on anybody, like, really, if you got something, if you ain't feeling Gotos, if you ain't, you know what I mean, I ain't gonna come for your neck. It's all good, it's all love. But at the same time, I'm gonna put out my narrative, you know, about my brother, because I know him personally, you feel me? I know this one thing right here is that Goto's intentions have always been just for our people. He has it in his heart and his soul. He's connected to God, and everybody that gets in front of him knows that. So it's Team Gotos, you already know. We fighting for love, we gangsters for God. We out here on a positive vibe all day. It is what it is. This is your boy Pocho1. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, support an authentic voice. This voice right here is not connected to any platforms. You saw me speak truth to power, the other platform I was part of. So you know that I'm gonna always give you at least my truth. What I bring to the table, what this podcast brings to the table, is an authentic, dynamic voice of our people, speaking the truth, his truth, my truth, and no sponsors, nothing, just facts for my people. As you know, I get paid to do other jobs, photography, security. Hit me up if you need that. This is because I want to add value to our story, to his story, history. We're gonna tell our story, we better tell it right, and it's important that it's told by people that really honor this culture, that really love our people. And you know I come from a family that loves our people. So please, if you support an authentic voice in the community, please like, subscribe, turn on notifications, share, let people know that Gotos, Pocho1, Swifty Blue, all of these people are coming together, going in the righteous path to support ourselves, because we deserve it, our families, our community, and our world. Not the hater world, the love world, baby. This is your boy Pocho1. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'm out!